Hey everyone, we're live here in Nourish, Heal, and Thrive. We have another exciting interview today. I have Jennifer Reed here, and I'm really excited. She does a lot. She's an architect, and she's a model, and an actress, and she's doing all kinds of different things, and I can't wait to hear more about it. So thanks for being here, Jennifer.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're really excited to have you. Why don't you tell everybody, I know you're in Greece right now, but you've been kind of all over the place. So tell everybody who you are and where you're from and what you do.
Oh, let me make sure I'm connected. Okay, this is better. So what I do is draw house plans, detailed drawings for architects. I'm an architectural drafter, and I've been doing that for 20 years. And I'm also a model and actress for the past 4 years. And recently I incorporated being a consultant for molecular hydrogen water. It's a technology based from Japan, and it helps with health and clean drinking water. It's for hair, skin, many different applications. And I feel like all three of those things coincide. My whole goal in life is to help people shine, find that inner light by being themselves, doing what they love to do.
Oh, that's amazing. So how do you have time to do all these different things?
Well, well, I do two of the things and I started the other thing, and it's really about time management. Yes, being very disciplined with your time. And I also feel what's really important is if you're really passionate about it, it doesn't feel like a chore. And you're able to fit it in your schedule. Of course, in the beginning, there's some work that needs to be done, but eventually things kind of smooth out. But at the same time, there's always a little learning curve with everything. But if you really enjoy it, it's not a chore, and I think of it like it's like being like Da Vinci or one of those people like Plato. They all had like five different things going on. How are they able to do those things? If they can do it, I can do it. That's
There
the
you
way I
go.
look at it.
There you
Yeah.
go. So tell us more about um, how you got into you started as an architect and then you've only been modeling and acting for 4 or 5 years now, and now you started your own business. Like, how did you get into all of that?
Well, it started at the age of 14. I wanted to be a model, but it's funny, like my dad was like, "What if you break your legs?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh." Not that supportive, but it did help me get into drafting. And I loved fashion design, so drafting can be with anything. It can be with mechanics, it can be with plumbing, it can be electrical. Drafting goes many different ways, and I picked architecture, and I love it because the idea of designing a structure and being able to touch it, and it actually has some type of meaning. It affects people. These structures really affect how we live. Like the pyramids are a great example. Um, so I started with the drafting 20 years ago, and I kept with that. And then I figured, you know what? I don't want to be one of those old people that didn't try to do what I always wanted to do. So I was like, I'm going to try it. And then I jumped into modeling and acting, and it was tough in the beginning, but once I started to make connections and meet other like directors and actors and actresses, I got really good work, really nice jobs. And then I realized also I wanted to break another fear of swimming. And I've always loved water, but I didn't ever wanted to dive deep into water. And I broke that fear, and I realized how much I really love water. And that's why I incorporated recently the molecular hydrogen water. And I'm all about clean eating, good food, and health, and good skincare, hair care, which and sustainability and architecture, green architecture. So that's like why everything kind of flows together, I feel like.
Yeah, it does sound like it all flows together. Keep
Thank you.
keeping in the water, the water metaphor here. So tell us more about this water, and how it benefits us.
Well, I would say that there are so many different aspects to it, but to keep it sweet and short, because I'd rather just send out material because I don't want to mess it up. There's so many aspects to it, but if you are educated on your water and how you can manipulate the pH levels, just like how when you water flowers, you know how different types of pH levels can change colors of flowers and produce different types of things. Well, humans are the same way, and also estheticians, people that deal with skin, they deal with different pH levels for cleaning the skin. There's different ways to change the pH levels to clean your food, to get all the pesticides out. And basically, this is what this offers, the molecular hydrogen water technology. And that's why I really love it, because I'm just I'm mind blown about it, and I look forward to helping other people. The stories behind people being able to help with their skin issues like eczema, psoriasis, in addition to like any type of treatments that you may be having, or people that take supplements. It helps with absorbing the supplements more. So that's just a little brief on the molecular hydrogen water.
Yeah, I mean, water and being hydrated is really important on its own, right? So we should make sure we're getting clean water that's good for us, right? Instead of all the chemicals they add to keep it clean
Yeah, yeah,
and
exactly. So that's the point of this molecular hydrogen technology. And that's why I really appreciate it. And I would love to be a part of helping others be aware of it. And so they can utilize it and get the benefits of it. So
when you buy it, does it come in bottles or does it is like a filter? How does it work?
I would say it's a filtration system, but they offer different types of filtration systems. And I don't want to get too technical on that part because it's like a high level of mechanical engineering. And remember, I said I do architectural. So I'd rather just hand over the information or set up like a one-on-one with my mentor, my partner. So that way you can get the very clear information. If anybody's interested, I'll put the details in the comments.
Okay, great. So very cool. So tell us about how you um, as an architect and a model and an actor, how you're, you know, you mentioned that you like to help other people, smile and shine. I'd like to know more about how you're serving people as you're doing all these other cool things.
Well, I feel, you know how when you go into a entertainment facility, whether it's a skating ring, a bowling alley, a museum, don't you feel the vibes and you can like it's an amazing feeling. So this is why I feel I make a difference when I'm even just me drawing other people's designs right now because I'm not a licensed architect yet. But the goal is to contribute back in those kind of things and design buildings that work with Mother Nature. That's like one of my biggest deals is I want to design buildings, sustainable green architecture buildings, or renovate buildings that already exist that work with Mother Nature. So human nature, Mother Nature work together. So I feel like that would be a big contribution to humanity. And for the modeling and acting, I've learned when I was trying to like be the actor instead of just being myself and playing the emotion, it didn't work. So I learned if you just be yourself, it helps everything just shines and just goes better. So that's why I feel like even me just showing up, wearing some type of clothes or whatever, or me acting out as, I don't know, an act, playing a role, but still embracing who I am and expressing those emotions through the role. I feel like that will help other people just embrace themselves, and it's also why I'm so grateful for this opportunity to interview with you because I'm trying to also embrace more of myself and put myself out there, which practice makes progress. So you gotta practice it. You gotta go and do it. So,
Yeah,
and I feel like if I do it, maybe other people will be like, you know what? Yeah, she's right. I might make mistakes, but I'm gonna show up and do it because I love
yeah,
it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that. And you're right. I was talking to somebody like a week ago, and he was just doing it because as a favor to me, he thought it was helping me. But he's
Hmm.
like, this is like so great. It feels so therapeutic just to share my story with all these people. And and he was really happy he did it. So I I applaud you for doing this, and I think and I hope that you inspire others to do it as well because it feels good and it's, you know, like you said, practice makes progress.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really nice to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do agree with you. It feels good to connect with others and like-minded people and, you know, practice what you want to do and put yourself out there. Shine that light, shine that inner light in you. Do
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
I love that. So yeah, Jennifer, I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. Is there anything that you want to talk about that we haven't really talked about?
No, I feel honestly that's the message I wanted to get across is to help people shine their inner light by doing their passions. Realize those so-called mistakes are just progress, little steps forward. Don't look at them as like, oh, I'm gonna mess up. Just show up and keep showing up, and eventually, you're gonna be shining really bright and
Awesome.
doing what you love to do, which is really awesome. Because then life is not a chore, it's like actually fun to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Is there something you wanted to promote today besides the water? Did you want to share anything about?
Well, I will just say for closing, which I'm learning, I need to say my company name is Villafranche Drafting and Design that I've
Okay.
had since 2003. And you can find me also as Jennifer Reed as a model and actress. I'll put the links in the comments, and I will also put the links for the molecular hydrogen water technology in the links as well. So if anybody's interested or want to take a sneak peek or whatever.
Awesome. I know I do. It's really
Awesome.
really cool. So great. Thanks for doing this. And before we end the call, is there any final thoughts, any final words you have for people?
Hmm. Live your passion. Do what you want to do.
Love it. I love that. So cool. Well, Jennifer, thank you for doing this. And thank you everybody for watching. And if you want to shine here in Nourish, Heal, and Thrive, put interview in the comments and we'll get you in an interview as well. That way you can share your gifts, or even if you're struggling, we can send you some support and help you out with whatever you need. So thank you again, everyone, and thank you, Jennifer. And we'll see everybody at the next one.
Thank you, Derek. Bye, everyone.
Bye.